Today we will study types of function. So we have already learned these functions in our previous years of schooling. We'll revisit that one. First one is identity function. Second one is constant function. Third one is onto function. Next one is a one-to-one function, and the last one is a one-to-one correspondence. So in this video, so we will study how these types of functions behave, and also we'll solve some problems to understand these functions. So let's start with the first one, identity function. So just like in arithmetic we have an identity function. It means like multiplicative identity. What is it? So if you multiply by that number, you will get the same number. For example, 2 into 1. So multiplicative identity is a 1, or 0 additive identity. So if you add 0 to anything, you will get back the same number. Similarly, in identity function, if you apply the function to an element of a set, you should get the same element value back as an image. So in that case, it is a identity function. So mathematically we will define now. So a function f, so which from set A to set A, such that f of A equal to A. So where A belongs to some A is an element of some set A, is called identity function. So there is a set A, so you take an element, you apply the function, and you will get back the same value of the element. So if that is the case, then it is an identity function. So f of entire set A equal to A. If you apply a function to the entire all the elements of set A, you will get back the set A itself. That's a identity function. So we have a denotion for that. So identity function of set A is denoted by identity of A. So identity of A. So as a diagram also we can write identity of A. So you apply the function, a directed graph you have to A itself. So this is set A, this is set A. You apply an identity function. So when you apply, you will get the same element back. So this is an example for identity function. Write the sets as A and A here. This is about identity function. The second type of function is a constant function. So if you apply the function to an element in set A, you will get the same result for every element of set A. So we will see it mathematically. So a function f is from A to B. Okay, so such that f of A equal to C for every element of A. Okay, so for every element of set A, you apply function and you will always get the answer. C here represents constant. Okay, a constant value. So where C is a fixed element of B and is called a constant function. How to represent that? F of A, you apply function to the entire set A and you will get the same result. F of A equal to C. The range of set A, range of the function on set A is constant, that is only one element. So if you apply on A, you get C. C represent here some constant. Okay, here also a C is that. I will make it D. Okay, so if you apply A, you get D. B also apply, you get D. C also apply, you get D. Some constant value, one constant value you always get. This is from set A, this is from set B. Next type of function is an onto function. So in onto function, so a function f from A to B is said to be an onto function if for every element in set B, Okay, for every element set B represent some arbitrary element in set B. So for every element in set B, there is an element in set A such that f of A equal to B. So what we can understand here, for every image in B, there should be a pre-image in set A. Okay, so observe here. So there is no idle idle element which is not mapped here. Okay, so all elements of set A, all elements of set A should be mapped. That is the basic condition for a function. Okay, so all elements of set A should be mapped. All elements of set A should be having an image. So that is a basic condition for being a function. So if we put another condition that all elements of set B also will be mapped to some pre-image, if we put that condition, it will become a onto function. Okay, so there should be no idle some h here. Okay, so there should be no some idle element here left. So according to functions definition, this is valid. If you even add h here, according to functions definition, this is valid, but it will not be an onto function. To be an onto function, there should be some element here. Okay, so we should have a mapping. So none of the elements here should be idle. Okay, so this is about onto function. Onto function is also called a surjective function. While asking question, they may ask that is the function a surjective function. So you should not be confused that they are asking whether a particular function is a onto function or not. So onto function and surjective function both are same. Next one is on one-to-one function. So a function f from A to B is said to be one-to-one function if different elements of A have different images in B under f. What does this mean? So this is given an example. So suppose so you have something like this. This is a function still. Okay, this is a function, but this A and B is mapped to same element. See, this is correct. This is valid according to the definition of the function. Okay, so but if we put a condition that different elements in A, okay, will be mapped to different elements in set B. Okay, so they will not be sharing. So suppose the C maps to E, then still it is a function. So let's remove this one. So instead of f, it C maps to E. Still it is a function, but not an one-to-one function. So what it should be, different elements of from A should be set A should be mapping to different elements in set B. So the second one, what it is telling. So if okay, if A1 and A2 are two different elements in set A, okay, so A1 is not equal to A2, that means they are different elements. Okay, so in set A, A1 and A2 are different elements. Then the result, the images of when you apply a function to that A1 and A2 element is also different. Okay, so if the elements are different, their mapping will also be different. Okay, so if the elements are the same, the mapping will also be same. So different elements will be having different mappings in set B, and this is about onto function, one-to-one function. So if we combine both the conditions we have put in one-to-one and onto functions, we get one-to-one correspondence. So what is one-to-one function? One-to-one function means different elements have different mappings in set B. What is the onto function? Every image in set B should have a pre-image. None of the elements in set B should be left idle. Okay, so set A and you have set B. So the function f from A to B is such that every element of A has a unique image in B. That means different elements of set A should be having different elements in B, and every element in B has a unique pre-image in A. So one is one-to-one function, that means different elements should be having different images. Second, every element in set B also should be having a pre-image in A. So unique pre-image, it is understood. If it is a function, it should be a unique pre-image. So still it's fine. Different elements in A should have mappings with the different elements of B. Along with that, every element of set B should be having a pre-image in set A. If that is the case, then that function is the one-to-one correspondence. Okay, so another layman way of telling is a function which is both one-to-one and onto is called one-to-one correspondence. So this is the fifth function, and now on we will do some problems and classify whether it is one-to-one, onto, and so on. Let's start solving some problems. We have a set A 1 2 3. So we have function 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So we have set A 1 2 and 3 which is mapped on the set A. Okay, so 1 to 1, 2 to 2 and 3 to 3. So what can we tell about this function? So you apply an element f of A is equal to A for every element A. Okay, so you apply f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of 3 is 3. So therefore it is a identity function on A. It's an identity function on A. So you can write some conclusion that as for every, if you know the definition, you can write the conclusion, right? For every element A which belongs to set A, f of A equal to A. Therefore the given function is a identity function on A. Okay, so you can write like this. So next one, G equal to, let's map and see how it works. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, so 1 to 2, 2 to 2 and 3 to 2. So how can we say this? For every element which belongs to set A, f of A equal to C, where C is some constant. So where C is some constant which belongs to set B, therefore G is a constant function. So therefore G is a constant function. You have to write this much because there will be some 2 or 3 marks or maximum 4 marks, and if you write the diagram and write mathematically how it is a constant function, you will get the evaluator will be having a good impression that you know the you know the problem you have studied, and you will earn more marks. Okay, so you should always write impressively such that the evaluator is impressed by your answer paper. Okay, so the next one, let's go for 1 2 3 1 2 3 H. Okay, so function H. So 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 2, 3 to 1. Okay, so 3 to 1. So what kind of function this is? So is it a constant function? No. Is it a what is our first type of function? Identity function? No. So is it onto function? No, because 3 is idle. Okay, so it is it one-to-one function? No. So because there is a 1 to 2, 2 to 2 is there, so therefore it is not a one-to-one function. So two mappings are there. So as onto and one-to-one both are not there, it is not one-to-one correspondent also. So this is just a function, this is just a valid function, and you cannot classify into any of those 5 types of functions which we have discussed. Okay, so it's just a function. Next one, function P. Okay, so function P, let's see. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 1. So we have different mappings for different elements of set A. Okay, so and also it's an onto function, because every image in set A has a pre-image in set A. So every image has a pre-image. None of the elements here are idle. Therefore it is one-to-one as well as onto. Therefore it is a one-to-one correspondence. Okay, so as the function is one-to-one as well as onto function, the given function P is a one-to-one correspondence. So like this you have to write a sentence giving the conclusion. Second example, A equal to 1, 2, 3 and B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let's see the mapping, whether they are one to one or onto. So we have to just say 1 to 1, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So first thing, they are not onto. 5 and 2 are idle, so they are not onto. Next, different elements in set A have different different mappings. So 1, 3 and 4. So different elements of set A have different mappings or different images in set B. Therefore it is a one-to-one function and it is not an onto function. Okay, it's a one-to-one function and it is not a onto function. So see, if we observe here, there are 3 elements and here there are 5 elements. So it is very difficult to make it a one-to-one correspondence or onto function. Okay, so because only 3 elements are there, here 5 elements are there for the mapping in the set B. So obviously it's very difficult to do that. And also as it is given in the question, we will just solve that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, second one we are solving, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2 and 3 to 3. Okay, so what can we say here? We can see that 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3 is given. Okay, so in G, different elements have different elements here. Okay, so but we have to observe. Okay, so that f of 1 equal to 1, f of 2 equal to 2 and f of 3 equal to 3. So therefore the first precedent takes is it is a identity function. Okay, the first precedence it takes is it's an identity function. Still we can map it to one-to-one function. Different elements have different mappings, and the question says that says to consider only one-to-one and onto. So therefore it's fine. So we can classify it as a one-to-one function. Onto is not possible. 5 elements are there here, right? So and also if to twist the question, if the question also asks that whether it is an identity function, yes, it is an identity function also. F of A equal to A you are getting, but that won't work much because here 4, 5, here 4, 5 is not there. It exactly does not match with the identity function, because it should be same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also in A also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be there. So that's not match with. So you don't have to complicate this one. So we have only 2 choices, one-to-one and onto. So different elements of set A have different elements in set B. So 1-to-1, 4 and 5 are idle. So no, it's not an onto. So 4 and 5 have no pre-image in set A. So it is not an onto. It is also a one-to-one function. So a function f and g are given from real numbers to real numbers, defined by f of x equal to 3x plus 7 and g of x equal to x multiplied by x cube minus 1. Verify f is 1-to-1 but g is not. Okay, so we had written mathematically how a one-to-one function. So if a1 a2 belongs to some set a and a1 not equal to a2, then if they are different elements, then the functions the result will be also, the images will be also different. So if you take the contrapositive, okay, so if a1 a2, if both are equal, if both are same elements, then their image will be also same. Okay, so remember this idea. Okay, so now let's assume that there are two elements, okay, x1 and x2. Okay, so 3x1 plus 7 equal to 3x2 plus 7. So cancel this, 3 and 3 cancels. So if only if x1 and x2 are equal, only then their images are equal. So by this equation, so we took 3x1 plus 7. Okay, so f of x equal to 3x1 plus 7, f of x2 3x2 plus 7. Okay, so whether these two are equal, okay, so we equated this one, so these two will have the same image only when x1 and x2 are equal. If x1's value and x2 value are equal, only then the images value also will be equal. So if x1's and x2 value are different, then these images value also will be different. So therefore it suits our definition for one-to-one function. So that's why it's f is a one-to-one function. So given that, let's go on for g. So we have g of x equal to x cube minus 1. So observe, we had learned long back proof by contrapositive, proof by counter example and so on, right? So in the previous to prove f, what did we use? We use a proof by contrapositive, right? So similarly, now let's see here, g of x equal to x multiplied x cube minus 1. So if let's take a g of 0, what do you get? So again it is 0. So what you will get? 1 multiplied by 1 cube minus 1, that is again 0. Okay, so g of 0 also is 0, g of 1 is also 0. So it is not one-to-one function, because g of 0 should have different image, g of 1 should have different value if it is one-to-one function. G is still a function, but it is not one-to-one function. Okay, so what kind of proof is this? To give this example, therefore this g is not a one-to-one function. And also remember, this is a proof by counter example. Okay, so methods of proofs we had learned, right? So this is proof by counter example. So this is an this shows that what we have learnt in our previous classes are useful. Okay, so the function f z cross z to z. So how does this integer? So there are two values maps to one value. Okay, so two integer map to one integer. Z cross z is defined by f of x comma y equal to 2x plus 3y. Verify that f is on to but not one to one. Okay, so first let's know that this is a image, this is pre-image. Okay, so what does onto require? Onto require every image should have a pre-image. Every image should have a pre-image. That's the requirement of onto function. Okay, so take any value n from here. Okay, so because it's a single value z. Okay, so any value n, if you are able to represent them in a 2x plus 3y form, then it has a pre-image. Okay, so take n. 4n minus 3n you can write 2 into 2n minus plus 3 multiplied by minus n. So how can you write? It's a function of 2n minus n. So observe here. Okay, so 2n represents x, minus n represents y. Okay, So it's a function of 2n and minus n. Okay, minus this 2n is a x here, minus n y. So what are we concluding here? That take any element n from the image set B. Okay, so you can have a pre-image in the form of 2n comma minus n. It forms the pre-image. Therefore it is a onto function. For every image there is a pre-image. For every image n there will be a pre-image n, pre-image in set A in the form of 2n comma minus n. Therefore it is a onto function. Now we have to, in the second part, we have to prove that this function, particular function, is a not one-to-one. So whenever not, we had to disprove. So we can disprove by counter examples. That's the method we are using currently. So the same thing we will carry out. So check for 0 comma 2. Okay, so 2 into 0 plus 3 into 2. So you will get this is 0 and you will get 6. Okay, so check for 3 comma 0. So you will get 2 into 3 plus 3 multiplied by 0 and it becomes x. So two different z cross z in set A maps to same n equal to 6 element in set B. So therefore it is not one-to-one function. Different elements in set A does not have a different element mapping in set B. So these have the same mapping. It is a function but it is not one-to-one function. If A equal to 0 comma n, where n is a positive integer, what will happen to that? What is the range of f of A? So they are asking that one. So let's say the first one, f of 0 comma n, what will it become? So 2 multiplied by 0 and 3 multiplied by n. Okay, so it will be a 3n. Okay, so f of A we can write like this. F of A equal to, it consists of 3n. Okay, so it contains 3n. Recursively it is defined here. So as it is 0, as it is a 0, so this multiplication with 2 does not affect the value of the function. Always the multiplication with 3 affects the value of the function, because this is n and always gets multiplied with 3. Okay, so this is x is 0, so it remains 0 as per the definition. So however you progress the function, 2x will not have any effect on our value, only 3y will be having an effect on our value. That's what it is represented by 3n. Okay, so f of A, this range consists of 3n, where n belongs to a positive integer. Okay, so we can write like that, start with positive integer, z plus starts with 1. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, the positive integer are infinite, so complete it with dot dot dot. Okay, so this is then answer for the third part. So next problem, example 5. So a function from a positive integer to integer to integer, defined by f of A equal to a plus 1, where A is an integer. Find whether f is one-to-one or onto or both. Okay, so whether they are both. Let's start. So one-to-one function, not one-to-one function means we give a counter example. So if you want to prove that it is a one-to-one function, then so consider a1, a2, the same which we gave ourselves for the previous problem. So a1 and a2, which are integers. So f of a1 equal to a1 plus 1, f of a2 equal to a2 plus 1. So f of a1 is equal to f of a2 only when, okay, only when a1 equal to a2, only when a1 equal to a2. So f of a1 equal to f of a2 only when a1 equal to a2. So if they are different, they are not contrapositive we are taking here. Okay, so therefore it is a one-to-one function. Okay, f of a equal to one-to-one function. Now let's see whether it is an onto function. take any element B, any image B which belongs to set B. So how do you undo the function? So how to find the pre-image? So for an element A, if you add +1, it becomes the image. Okay, so from the image, if you subtract 1, it becomes the pre-image. Okay, so the pre-image will be B minus 1. So this will be belonging to our Z. Okay, pre-image will be B minus 1. Okay, so for every element, for every image in set B, okay, so set B is made up of integers. Okay, so there will be a pre-image in the form of B minus 1. Okay, there will be a pre-image in the form of B minus 1. So therefore this is a onto function as well. Therefore one-to-one and onto function both there, and also you can say that it is one-to-one correspondence also. So not asked, but as it is one-to-one and onto both, you can also together conclude that it is a one-to-one correspondence also. Sixth example, A belongs to real number and B belongs to a real number which is greater than 0. Okay, so a function is defined from A to B such that f of A equal to A square, whether it is an onto function, and also check whether it is a one-to-one function. So you have some element A, you have squared that and got B. Okay, you got you have element A, you have squared that and you got B. Now if you want to come back, if you want to undo the function, okay, so if you want to come back, if you want to find the pre-image, then what we have to do? So you should take the square root of B, but we have a doubt that plus or minus also will be there, right? So onto function, whether it is yes. So for every B, and it's a real number, not an integer. Okay, it's a real number. Therefore every element B, if you take a square root, so at least one plus or minus, at least one pre-image you will get. Okay, so therefore definitely it is an onto function. You can show like that. So f of square root of B, if you take the square, you will get B. So if you take a f of minus square root of B, if you take the square, apply the function, and you will get again B. Okay, so therefore, so it is a pre-images are always there for our B according to this function. Therefore it is a onto function. Okay, whether it is a one-to-one function, this same says. So if you have plus value, positive value also you can get. So for example, f of minus 2 you get 4, f of 2 also you get 4. So by counter example we can easily say, here also it is evident, and also if you want to give a counter example also, it is not a one-to-one function, but it's a definitely an onto function.